So recently, I watched the movie Shazam 2, and this movie was a very entertaining movie. It was in a level of okay, it was in the middle tier of entertainment, where if you skip the movie, you know what, you're not going to miss anything. But if you did watch the movie, hopefully you just be entertained. There were just certain elements of this movie where things didn't really make sense that you can kind of feel that the people who wrote the script and the people who made the directions were making ideas while making the movie. And there were just certain things that didn't really make any sense towards the movie. We also get an appearance of another superhero, which is Wonder Woman. She actually makes an appearance of this movie twice, which got me thinking that the second appearance, she did more of an impact, which still didn't make any sense whatsoever because one, she's a demigod, and two, she was able to restore the magic in the staff that will completely restore the magic around the realms. So it was just very, very confusing. And also, too, there's like another question as well. How is she was able to go into the gods realms the whole entire time? So like towards the end of the movie, which she could have just went in there in the beginning when it was all broadcast throughout the news that these villains that dress up as Greek warriors actually like attacked the museum to get the staff, and that they actually went to Philadelphia and they actually caused like this giant force field and all this mayhem. She could have just at least went to the Greek realm or whatever you want to call it, because we just saw her appear towards the end of the movie in the realm, and she just helping Shazam out makes complete order. I'm trying not to make so many spoilers in this review. Normally, my channels I really give out spoilers, but this is Shazam, and pretty much they're not really making any money off of this box office, especially this weekend, because they said that they pretty much made in the opening like 65 million this weekend, opening weekend. And that's going to be tough because John Wick is coming out and then the Dungeons and Dragons are coming out. So, and honestly, it's pretty unfair because this movie is actually really good. I mean, if you turn off your brain and just actually just appreciate, the action, the comedy style, and especially too, like Zachary Levi as Shazam was actually 100% better and great. Like if you like part one of Shazam, you definitely will like part two. And part two was a huge blast. Like especially since like I came with my niece and nephews and they love this movie. Minus the cousin, because even though it was PG-13, but they really squeeze and milk that PG-13 because they were just cussing a lot. So, but other than that, the movie was very entertaining. The movie kind of like explored more of the Shazam world. And the only thing is that it didn't have a great script to make the story flow, consistent. And there were just certain things and certain logics that you kind of have to question, because remember, Shazam is kind of like equal or kind of like close to Superman, where Shazam kind of have like more magical powers, and the only thing that they kind of like explore with Shazam is technically him flying and the super strength part. They never explore the other abilities that he's able to have. And also as well, with Shazam 1, you actually see this runtime of Billy Batten's and Shazam. But in part two, you see more of Shazam and less of Billy Batten. And also as well, you can tell like Billy Batten kind of got more mature, because at this time of Shazam 2, he's kind of like going to be 18 soon. And the thing is like how he's just literally acting when he's Billy Batten is 100% like mature. But then when he turned into Shazam, it's kind of just like, an immature teenager. And it's rightfully so, because that's the characteristic of Shazam. But I just feel like there was just a miscue between the actors playing the characters. And with Shazam 1, it was just like they were in sync, but in Shazam 2, I really do feel like they were not in sync. But that's just be me. And I don't know if anyone else of you guys feel like, it's the same or not. But the movie focused on Billy with dealing with his abandonment issues because of the fact that he finally is able to get the family that he always wanted. And now that he finally got the family that he always wanted, now everyone's outgrown each other and now they want to do their own things, because you see like the oldest sister, she kind of want to go to college and live her own life. The brother that he's very, very close to, he wants to go on ahead and do patrols and missions and stuff. And he's just coping with the fact that, everyone kind of wants to do their own things. And now he has to go ahead and try to like deal with that. And the one thing that I can kind of want to like criticize about is that they didn't show Billy handle the situations or the relationship between his foster parents, because in the beginning of the movie we see them interact for like 5 minutes, and that's just him just saying like, oh hey, like I gotta go and save people. And then everyone from like his foster siblings kept calling the parents like mom and dad, but he kept calling the mother by her first name. And then like towards the end of the movie, or towards the end of, no, they not the end of the movie, like towards the third act of the film, he says like, all right, I love you mom. And throughout the 2 hours of this film, Billy never interacts with his foster parents. And I feel like that's was something that was missing from this movie. And that would pretty much drive home of the factor of that, because that scene was kind of like pointless to me. Like when he was saying like, oh, I love you, mom, because it's just like, bruh, we haven't even seen you interact with your foster parents. We see you interact with your siblings, which was really great to see, like, Billy interact with his siblings and the teamwork that he has to build to, like, that way he can go ahead and defeat the bad guys. But other than that, like I said, the actions was very solid, the effects was very solid. I did like how they kind of just explored the whole realms of like Greek mythology and stuff, and like how they kind of just wanted to make this like a good superhero movie with good action, good comedy, and everything else. And honestly, this movie is a movie that you should check out because it is actually very fun and it's actually very entertaining. And it does has its, it does has like its faults, and it is kind of like stupid, but it is dumb, but it is fun. Like the whole purpose of it is fun, you're entertained, and that's pretty much it. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section if you guys did watch Shazam, what you guys think, what you guys viewpoints. If you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is the Monotone Man, or Mr. Monotone, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. Peace.